There are places on our planet that look perfectly ordinary until you learn their stories. From a bridge that makes dogs leap to their death to an island that mysteriously vanished from every map. These are 4 real places that continue to puzzle even scientists today. Let's start in Scotland, with a stone bridge that seems cursed. It's called the Overtown Bridge, built over 130 years ago near the town of Dumbarton. From a distance, it looks like any other old bridge. But for decades, dogs have been jumping off it to their deaths. Yes, hundreds of dogs, and no one truly knows why. Locals call it the Dog Suicide Bridge. Some say the spirit of a grieving widow known as the White Lady of Overtown haunts the nearby mansion. Others believe it's cursed, that this bridge sits between the world of the living and the dead. But scientists offer a different idea. Animal behavior expert David Sands investigated and found that below the bridge lives a colony of small animals, especially mink. Dogs, with their incredible sense of smell, might be lured by that scent, and when they jump onto the edge, the illusion of flat ground tricks them into falling straight down. Still, no one can fully explain why it happens only here and nowhere else. Now, let's head to the Gulf of Mexico, where an island simply vanished. Old Spanish maps from the 1500s show a small island named Bermeja, north of the Yucatan Peninsula. It was recorded by explorers, cartographers, even government officials for centuries. But when Mexican authorities tried to locate it in the 1990s, it was gone. No land, no ruins, nothing. That's when conspiracy theories began. Some claim the island was destroyed by secret underwater explosions to alter Mexico's oil boundaries. Others believed it never existed, that ancient map makers had drawn it to confuse rival nations. In 2009, researchers scanned the entire ocean floor where the island should have been. All they found was sand. So, was it real, or just a centuries-old hoax? To this day, no one knows. Our next mystery lies deep in the Brazilian rainforest, where a massive concrete structure stands in the middle of nowhere. Over 100 feet tall and 1,000 feet long, this colossal ruin looks like the remains of a lost city. In reality, it's a half-built highway bridge called Viaduto Petrobras. Construction began in the 1950s, meant to connect Rio de Janeiro to Sao Paulo through dense jungle. But an economic crisis hit Brazil, and the project was abandoned, forever. Now, nature has taken it back. Massive vines cover the structure. Birds nest in its hollow beams. And travelers who find it say it feels more like a forgotten monument than a bridge. Finally, let's visit Argentina, where an entire village disappeared underwater and came back as a ghost town. In 1920, Villa Epicuén was a beautiful lakeside resort famous for its salt water, believed to heal skin and bone diseases. By the 1970s, it was filled with tourists, hotels, and laughter. But in 1985, a violent storm broke a nearby dam, and the entire village was swallowed by the lake. For over 25 years, Villa Epicuén remained underwater. Then, around 2009, the waters receded, revealing what looked like a city frozen in time. Ruined buildings, rusted cars, and streets blanketed in white salt made it look like the apocalypse had arrived. But one man returned, Pablo Novak, who had lived there before the flood. At 81 years old, he chose to move back into the crumbling remains of his old home. For years, he lived there completely alone, the last resident of a town that had vanished. Pablo passed away in 2024 at the age of 93, leaving Villa Epicuén empty once again. From haunted bridges to sunken cities, these mysterious places remind us that our planet still holds secrets we may never solve. Some lost to nature, some to time, and some, maybe, never meant to be found.